Hey everybody, Mr. Reading here, and up to this point you should have hopefully previewed the article that we are about to read, Crash, Forces in a Collision. And now we're going to dive in and use our active reading strategies to really begin understanding what's going on during a crash and what are the forces like in a collision. So I'm going to be breaking down how to highlight and annotate within a Google Doc article and what active reading strategies we're going to be annotating while we read. So, whenever we as scientists read, there are three very important things that we do. Number one, we think carefully about what we read and pay attention to our understanding. We don't just read something and continue on reading if we cannot remember what we read, if what we read doesn't make sense. We are constantly taking stock of, do I understand what I'm reading? Do I remember what I'm reading? Does it make sense? We examine pictures and images to consider how they help us understand the text. What are the pictures showing us? What are the captions all about? How is this a part of what they're talking about? And last but not least, and this is the big one, we make and take notes and annotations in the text to record our thinking as we go. Beyond just, do I understand what we're reading, but almost like we're having a conversation with the text. So today we're going to dive in, and as we active read, we're going to focus on what we're reading, paying attention to our understanding, and we're looking to make annotations about three important things. We're going to be asking questions, thinking about explaining connections we have with the text, and identifying difficult texts and ideas. So when asking questions, we have to think about things we're curious about. So if we read something, is this something that sparks our interest? What are we curious about learning more of or knowing more about? We have to ask questions, the what, the why, the how. Why is this happening? How does this happen? What is this idea exactly? And we got to make sure we ask questions about everything: pictures, text, titles, labels, not just what we read in the paragraphs. We need to look to explain connections. So making connections to things we've learned about. So as we're reading, connecting things about force, mass, and velocity, those key concepts that we understand. Life experiences, so things that we have experienced in life that help us connect to what we're reading. And last but not least, we do this with pictures, text, title, and labels, similar to asking questions. Last but not least, when we identify difficult text, this is words and vocab that we don't understand, phrases and ideas within the text. So it could be an entire sentence or something that's a couple words. And this can come in question form. What does this mean? How does this work? That sort of thing. So not just highlighting and saying, what is this? But we can ask questions about things that we don't understand as well. So as we annotate, we're going to be inside of a Google Doc. Remember, as we annotate, we're looking to highlight using that highlight icon. We're looking to add our comments here. And then in the side, we're looking to type in those questions, those connections, those difficult words or ideas as we are going through and annotating. So the article that we're going to be annotating, Crash, Forces in a Collision. Remember, we want to click and drag across whatever we want to annotate with. We want to add that highlighted color so we know what we're looking at. We want to add that comment, looking to add those questions, connections, and those difficult text. Remember, we hit comment when we're done. We should see all of your annotations on the side as you are reading and when you are done reading. So, take a look at your survey. Do you understand how to highlight and annotate within a Google Doc article? Do we understand what active reading strategies we're annotating while we read? Place your X where it falls, and good luck.